Hello guys, Brad here again with another fragrance review. Today let's look at a fragrance called Perfume Blend number 10 from 1454 Fragrance Company. This is the final floral fragrance in their collection. This one has top notes of mandarin and pear. Middle notes are florals, base of ambrette seed, musky, and benzoin. So yeah, you do get a little bit of that fruity floral stuff here in this fragrance, which makes sense because the heart is florals and the top is mandarin and pear. But really what I'm getting mostly here is that benzoin. The benzoin gives it a sweet, sort of resinous kind of a smell. So the resinous benzoin paired with the fruits and the florals here definitely gives it a bit of an oriental vibe. I do think this one leans feminine. I think more women might like this one than the guys. Certainly if you're a woman, number 10 would be one that you might want to check out first because it seems to have everything that a lot of women might like in a fragrance. If you like Guerlain, Christian Dior, Chanel perhaps, I think this fragrance kind of has that type of vibe to it because it just kind of comes across as very classy and elegant, refined. Certainly like a 35 and up woman, maybe like a business executive wearing a power suit, whatever. So I think some guys might enjoy it as well if you want something that's fruity and floral, but at the same time not too girly or playful. Certainly the benzoin, the ambrette, and the musk do give it a more refined smell, so it's perhaps a bit more unisex than most floral fruity fragrances out there. So definitely worth checking out if you're into benzoin fragrances. Something kind of sweet, resinous, perhaps even a touch of an incense in there as well, but not really a very strong incense if there's any at all. So yeah, it's all right, but I do think it's a little bit more feminine. I think more women might enjoy this one. Before I mentioned a fragrance that smelled like a Father's Day consideration, this one I think would be a good Mother's Day fragrance for maybe women 50 and up. You know, if you're into that kind of a smell. Check it out, definitely, and see what you think. For me, though, the smell, I'm going to give a 6 out of 10 for me on a guy. I just don't see myself pulling this one off very much because of that floral, fruity kind of a thing going on here. Even though it's resinous, it has too much floral and fruity accords in here for me to feel overly confident wearing, but it is sort of soft, so it's not something that's going to really make a major impact, at least based on my perception of it. I haven't worn this one to work yet, and I'm working night shift this week, so I probably won't get a lot of feedback on it. So yeah, smell maybe like 6.5 out of 10 for me on a guy. Projection longevity, it does seem to linger for a bit, but it does come across as sort of soft and low projecting, so we'll say maybe 7 out of 10 for this one, maybe 4 to 6 hours, but soft to moderate projection. Versatility, that one's a little tricky because it does combine fruity floral notes with resins from the benzoin. I could see maybe like early fall, late summer, maybe late spring, some kind of a transition type of a fragrance because it's not super bright, it's not super dark, it just sort of lingers between seasons, I think. Uniqueness, I can't really say I know a fragrance that smells quite like this, but I'll give it maybe like 7 out of 10 for uniqueness, although I think it probably does smell more like a lot of women's fragrances more so than men's fragrances because of the benzoin, the fruits, and the florals. Let's see, price point $109 for the 100 ml. For me overall, I'm going to give this about 6 out of 10. For me on a guy, I think maybe this would be something, like I said, for Mother's Day. A woman in her 40s and up might enjoy this one. For me, though, it's not really my favorite in the collection, and certainly not something that I would pursue once the sample was used up. So there we go. That's the number 10 Perfume Blend from 1454. Check it out if you're into resins, fruits, and florals, and see what you think. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you guys later.